Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Chuck of the Deuces, how we do. Hey, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Chuck of the Deuces, how we do text, baby. Man, I got us back. You know what it is, know this, and it is. The only place you ever gonna get it, ever gonna get it is right back in the basics. Chuck of the Deuces, how we do text, baby. Man, I got us back. You know what it is, know this, and it is. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real woman rise up, fake woman rise down. Preacher, preacher on. And today's topic to talk about is. I gotta play this video because this is very important. You ever wonder why is the society being the way it is? You ever wonder why society having this issue that it has had between all these nationalities, all these other races, or one race is get them high position, and why people get the lowest position? Play this. I'm gonna play this video, and please share this for everybody. But please watch this. You wouldn't believe this, and I'm explaining my commentary why I'm sharing this video with you, and to give you my expression about this. Please watch this.
Yes, I know it's a pain. You have to give it all back. But hey, you knew this was going to happen anyway. You go up there, you put in Sam, as in Sam, as in Frank, 181, race and ethnicity 40, and it will come up in a PDF. Okay, you know what a PDF is, right? Yes, it's a computer chart. Yes, what do you know what PDF means? No. I know I'll see the form. I'll see what it is. Okay, good. Okay, great. It's a Java applet, meaning you can fill it out on the computer and then just print it off. You don't have to handwrite it. Okay? Now, I'm going to read you two definitions here. This is so in line with your question. White. This is from the U.S. Office of Personnel Management Guide to Personal Data Standards. Now, are you on Facebook? Yes. Okay, we also have an SF-181 race and ethnicity identification page that the brother he will put up. So anybody that does an SF-181, I'm going to give you the instructions on how to do that. You can also post that there or post the link if you're publishing it. And you can also email it to myself, and we'll publish it with the link, and we'll get you, worldwide advertisement of the fact that your race and ethnicity has changed, correct? Okay. Okay, now here's and this is by the Office of Management and Budget, which is underneath the White House, and it's connected to the U.S. Treasury. So, according to the definition, this is the racial category of white. This is the definition of the category. That's why words and definition, especially the English language, are important to know under what context are they being used. Now, this is saying, according to the definition of category, the racial category is white. The definition of white, now this is according to the U.S. government, but this falls under 42 U.S.C. Section 2000E-16. A person, this is the definition of white now, a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. Do you comprehend that? Yes, probably. Okay, so therefore, who are the original people of Europe? Well, we the original period, all over the world. Okay, so who's the original people of Europe? Us. Who's the original people of Who's the original people of the Middle East? Who's the original people of North Africa? So therefore, you were on Section 8, correct? And no, they snatched around you. Those are the bitches. They snatched all shit. I understand that, but you applied for Section 8, did you not? Yes. Okay, so therefore, in their records, what did they have you down at? African American. Now, I'm going to give you the definition of the racial category of Black or African American. The definition, according to the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, U.S. Federal Corporation, Black or African American. Definition: a person having origins in any of the Black racial groups of Africa. So, are there any Black racial groups of Africa? You mean per their barometer? Correct. Esperanza, I guess, yes. No. What black racial groups of Africa? Name me a black racial group. Oh, no. They're all countries, yes. No. The answer is no. So therefore, you're complaining about a Section 8 that they snatched, but you don't have your classification. I said, well, who's the original European? You're like, us. So why did you contract with the corporation calling yourself Black and African American, and it doesn't exist?
Wow.
At the time of application, I didn't know this knowledge. I comprehend that you're getting it now, but I want you to see, I'm doing this for a reason to show you how words in the English language and the programming that comes along with that. You follow? At this time, yes. Right? So right now, you're on the phone with me from Georgia, Cobb County, dealing with that. Now, you know this, but now you have to look back at the contract. When you approached them, you didn't say you were white, did you? No. So now, when you go to court dealing with the rental issue, and I have all my documents here, and he didn't have nothing, then said, okay, I'll make a decision, then 5 p.m., he rules in his favor. They're looking at all the documents, and they look at the contract. What is she? Black? She don't exist. I'll make a ruling to give you the false hope that, okay, he's going to rule in our favor. Meanwhile, the documentation that you have is saying that you are what? Black and African American. When in fact you're white. White power, white power, white power.
Wow.
So now I'm asking you, now that you know this, now I'm going to ask you a question again. Are you white or are you black? White. No. So forget not, don't leave the noble, that's a part of it, but that's not the issue. The issue is racial classification. Are you white or black? End of story. White. Okay. So therefore, that means you now are obligated to go back and correct all of the assumptions and presumptions that you are black and African American. Correct? Correct. Now, we go to American Indian or Alaska Native. This is the same racial category on the form. What is the definition? A person having origin in any of the original peoples of North and South America, including Central America, and who may use tribal affiliation or community attachment. So, who are the original North Americans? The Moors. And are you one? I found out, yes. Okay. Oh, now, and does your family have any tribal connections with a particular tribe? Being that you're in Cobb County, were you born in Georgia or born in another state, quote unquote? Another state. Now, what state were you born in? California. Okay, so in California, that would be Khalifa. And so therefore, what tribe was your family affiliated with that you, at least that you may know of? I'm still researching. Okay, so now, who were the original Native Americans? So for us Moors. Okay.
Wow.
Us, whether it be Moors, Cherokee, Nez Perce, etc., but that's us. Dark skin, melody, curly hair, thick lips, all that stuff. Various hues, and okay. Now you see that, you know that. Now, when you interact with people and they want to assume and say you're black, what is it that you are obligated now to do? Correct them. Okay, and if you fail to correct them, then what happens? I'm not sure of the question. Oh, you mean in law or social law? No, don't forget the law. I'm just talking regular homegirls. You see, I'm like, come on, black girl. You know, come on, black girl. What is your obligation you have to tell her? The correct way to address it. Okay, she don't have to like it.
Wow.
Because I know that's going to be it is like a total reversal to tell the Indians after all this time they've been calling themselves black, no, you're supposed to call yourself white. You know, brother, we get several times out of that time, you know, heavy foolishness, you know. I comprehend that, but the thing is, it starts in those areas because it's a frequency and a language and a resonance and an energy that when it's put out, there's a repercussion for putting it back out. So in other words, if you put out negative energy, what are you going to get back? Well, in the kind of world we live in, that put out negative rewards. No, I'm talking about corruption, but I'm saying if you put out negative energy, what is going to come back to you? Negative. So therefore, what does this mean? You now have an obligation to your family, your direct family, because some of them are going to have a problem with it. They say, what do you mean I'm white? And then you have to say, here's the definition. Now, you're educated. They went to Harvard, Columbia, they went to University of Georgia, went to Oglethorpe University, and then you're saying, okay, you have a good representative of the English language. I know how to read and write. I said, okay, what are you? I'm black. You know, I'm black. He said, well, here's what the government says black is, and here's what the government says white is. Black don't exist, white is the original people. So why are you calling yourself and using terminology that you don't exist? Then when people go to court, they wonder why are they having these problems.
Wow.
So what is the key? You must change the terminology and the words that you're using. Follow? I do. So when you went to court, and now you're fighting the issue with the landlord, and you gave him 60 days, and he don't want to pay the deposit. Georgia is like that. Georgia was dealing in Jim Crow. So all those black people, and I'm glad that you called us today, and so now you can hear it's like, look, if we keep calling ourselves black and African American, you're not going to get any protection, and you're not entitled to it. So if I tell you, if you call yourself black, you're not going to get no protection from me, but if you call yourself white, you're going to get the world at your feet and in your hands. What you going to do? We're going to start calling yourself. Okay, so white power. So what you have to do is do the SF-181, check off American Indian and white, and then what you do is you put your slave name there, and social security number, and date of birth, and you pass it into the Office of Management and Budget. Now, if you go to the SF-181 page that's on the I'll put up on Facebook, you can see other people who have done it as well. They have the tax confirmation, tax number is 202-395-3888. You fax it in. Once you fax it in, you make a copy for yourself, scan it, email it, upload it, etc. Send it to me, send it to you. We'll publish it, put it out there. And then what happens? You keep a copy of that with you, because what happens is anybody who's a code enforcement, law enforcement, public official, they can make a visual determination and say this is what your race and ethnicity is. Once you pass the form in, they can't. That takes the power out of their hands. They can't give a visual determination because you have already sent in the form, and then that's the reason why we publish, so people will know that if they try to play a game, well, we never got their taxes. Nope, I got the tax confirmation. I say, y'all got it. Because this is your first time on the address, so I'm just bringing up what I had spoken of. People in the so-called in the black community and content community, I said, well, all you all have to do is stop calling yourself black and the entire financial system collapses. You are the centerpiece of the matrix for the energy drain that they get off of you. And as soon as you all start calling yourself white, that's it, the whole system will collapse. And I'm talking, it'll collapse within 19 minutes. Because that means what happens is the books have to be rewritten, the educational system has to be revamped, the commercial contract has to be redone, everything has to be redone, because the U.S. government is testifying against itself by publishing this document saying this is the definition. Then what happens is then you bring up Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, John Lewis, Cynthia McKinney, the rest of them, and say, hold on a second. Y'all are supposed to be leaders and public officials. You telling me you guys didn't know this?
Wow.
form is right there. One piece of paper, you attach House Resolution 194, which is the apology to African Americans for slavery. And it says we acknowledge we brought them on their name and their heritage. That means in accord with international law, you have a right now to claim your name and your heritage. You will never, no African American, I don't care if you get the best attorney that they want. Johnny Cochran was as close as they got and they killed him. You only get no reparations as long as you can call yourself black and African American. You can forget that. So now you know what you have to do, which fax that in. So now, once you fax it in, you go back to what's the name, section 8, and you make a copy of what you faxed and confirmed, and you say, here, I want this in my file. I said, why do you want this in your file? I was not aware that the government knows that we are the real white people and are telling us to call ourselves black and African American. So now I have a right to claim that. You submit that along with the House Joint Resolution 194, because in this House Joint Resolution 194, toward the end of it, they state, I'm going to read it right here for everybody. Excuse me. This is toward the end of it, on page, let's see, okay, on page 3 of the HJ 184, it says, whereas at the top was healing, excuse me, for successor, this is on page 4, and it's resolved that the House of Representatives in paragraph 3 of section 3 expresses its commitment to rectify the lingering consequences of the misdeeds committed against African Americans under slavery and Jim Crow, and to stop the occurrence of human rights violations in the future. So you can check off or put an asterisk around number 3. This is page 4, section 3 of House Joint Resolution 194. So therefore, since Congress is no longer bound by the Constitution, this is May 11th, 1955, in Congressional Record page A3220, entered into the House record by Carl B. Ricks, R.I.S.
Man, I am shocked. I am shocked, and I don't know if I'm angry or sad. Probably both. This is the real reason why black community don't control anything, because it was designed as a white is the highest achievement established, and white black is the lower and lowerment of lower statement. See, this is why I can see why white people run in power. I see why. It got something to do with the Knight Templars. When they was run a banking system, some way, somehow, and it was set up a banking system, money system of all the way from the goddamn Jerusalem to goddamn Germany to goddamn Britain to goddamn Scotland and Swedish, but mostly Switzerland. Wow, this explains everything. My ancestors died for this because these people are still connected to our bloodline. When you call yourself a black person, basically you are pale. So how the hell is a black person is a white person if he classified himself white? This is why black community left out of black community, because they know that's not what the power is. The white is the power is. Black is not where the power. That's the blacks with no power. Whites do got power. This explains why. And the original North Americans was the Moors. The Spanish, the original black racist groups, all different parts of different racist groups of Ethiopian. If it ain't Ethiopian or Nigerian or South African. See, this explains why that you got Jamaicans and Haitians don't want to classify themselves as white. I mean, classify themselves as black. They want to classify themselves as close as white because when you look at France is mixed with what? From European and mixed with the African. This explains everything. And the same thing in Jamaica. From West Indies is West Indians to intermix with white folks. This is why Japanese people is close as black, is close as European. I understand it now. I understand it. Native Americans, the people who were born of the Native Americans to the land. And this white guy just proved it. He scored this out. It just showed me civil rights movement ain't done for shit. It was a fucking joke. It was a money scam and money scheme system since day one. This is why Africans don't make money. They still make money with team along with the European Union and African Union. Because Europeans are still close to the bloodline. But why is it that they claim they're not a part of us, then turn around and say that now they want to act like they are part of us? See, this is what confused me. Then you got Latinos people. They Spaniards. They closest European Union. But yet, when it comes to Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Cubans, Dominicans, knowing they got some black Latinos over there, black Spanish. Yeah, that's white Spanish. I give you that. There's I look it up for they talking about white Indians, but white Indians is close as what is Arizona to mess around with blacks. Then Asian. See, this explains why. This is a color system. I keep telling people all the time. They need to look this video up because it don't make no damn sense that people believe in this shit. This is why. That the Ku Klux Klan, and I know who they are. They the fucking original goddamn Knight Templars and the goddamn skinheads and the goddamn Nazis. Because of their asses, they are killing my ancestors just because they're afraid of genetics. They're afraid they're going to get wiped out. They're afraid they don't want to admit they came out to interbred out of blacks. They don't want to admit it. Get white people ever claim they got blacks. Oh, they say African, but they will never say blacks. No, that they can't stand black Americans. This is why they can't stand black Americans. Because they take the land away from us. You never hear a black person take a land away from whites. You never hear this. Black men in jail for nothing. Black men are getting killed for nothing. And then come to find out the damn truth. It was set up like a goddamn Mason black and white checkerboard. White is the Ku Klux Klan, also known as the Knight Templars. Black represent the Black Panthers, also known as the Moors. Wow. This explains it a lot. This explains a lot. This is why blacks have no other choice but to make money with the Europeans. But they can't make money of their own. They still connected to Europeans. They still connected. He even said for the original of white people were European, Europe, Middle East, and North African. It said it right there. Notice he did not say anything about Aryan, North India, and Southern India. Notice he didn't mention of Western Asia to Central Asia. You notice that, right? And you see what he said, Native Americans from North to South American. That's the North Pole to the South Pole, to the North Pacific to South Pacific. That's what that Civil War was about. It was about money. It was about making a benefit off of money. That's what it was. It wasn't about black and white. See, this is why they come up with these bullshit laws. They're trying to get the blacks and white away from each other because they don't want them to find out that blacks and whites came together. But somehow, some way, this system was set up. There is no way people name all those planets. Not even black people name these planets. And there's no way whites. See, this is why I don't believe in this racism shit. It's all bullshit. But they preach that at school, at church, and they refuse not telling white people the truth. They don't even want to tell black people the truth. This is the truth. You mean to tell me blacks and whites kill each other for nothing? Then they get killed by their own people. Then from white slavery to black slavery. Who gave birth to the white racism? Who gave birth to white racism? The Moors. Who gave the birth to black racism? The Ku Klux Klan, also known as Knight Templars. And the Moors with the Nation of Islam. This explains a lot. People need to look this stuff up, man. You need to ask yourself. This explains a lot. Why those... I see what brothers talking about. Black women get more money subsistence than brothers. Because they put in the position to get black women run the house. Because the white guy knows that she's the mother of civilization. She's the teacher. She's the first teacher of the child. No man can make it anything in this world without a woman. Let's be real. What can a woman can make it out of a man? Unless she can get the things that she couldn't get in her own. Without his financial gain to get it from the man to buy stuff for her. Because men still make more money than women. Let's be wrong. Only time women make more money than men, she ain't got no kids. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we still connected to Europeans. We still connected to them. White power, white power. You hear what that white guy kept saying? White power is a high status position. Black power is the lowest status position. This is why they don't want black men to get them white women away from black men. Because they don't want them to know that this is how they came out. Other black people. You never hear a black person say, get the black woman away from a white man. No, because black women interact with white men for hundreds of years. This is some bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. I have a right to be upset about this because after all the lies that I've been told about that. I always thought that whites was the first color. Then come to find out it was us. The original America is us. The original Native Americans is us. The original Europeans is us. The original Middle East is us. The original of North Africa is us. And it's sad. It's sad that for nothing that you know, I mean, it's just crazy. It is crazy. We still connected to the Europeans, to the goddamn fucking Asian, but nobody wants to point that shit out. Nobody wants to talk about it. I'm tired of the damn lies that I heard. All the bullshit lies from my own people. And then they got whites that talk about, oh, come on, man. There's a real reason why there's a lot of this shit is going on. There's a fucking real reason. That explains a lot for this shit. I ain't going to be live for much longer. This shit has got to come out. I can understand why. I can understand why white supremacy was born and black supremacy born. With white separation and black separation. The white nationalists and the black nationalists. This explains why a lot of these things going on. It's too late for my ancestors. All of them gone. They are murdered, being killed. Everything. Even our women are being poisoned, man. They are too far gone. This is why, man. Please wake up, man. Wake up, man. Because we need to know who we are. We need to know. And this white guy proves it. He just proved it right there. But we built this country. We fucking built it to do all the heavy lifting for the Europeans. And Europeans, everything, they don't do no lifting. We got to lift them up. So they couldn't even lift themselves up. We do all the heavy lifting for them. Can you imagine you pick something up and you do all the work for them, but they can't do the work for it? They just give you instruction what to do. This explains what's going on. And we just volunteered to slave our own people. Whites just being volunteered just their own people slave them. This explains why this is going on. And then Asians and Latino people do the same thing. Muslims and Jews do the same thing. No wonder Islamic to the goddamn Israeli working money side by side. Ain't that a bitch? This is why they brought the Mexicans over here, because they knew it was going to be work of a cheap labor trying to build up this money scheme and money system. This is why, please, people, please, because there's a real reason why there's so much racism going on. There's a real reason why there's so much classism, capitalism, socialism, fashionism. There's a real reason why these shits are going on. There's a real reason why there's so much religion war and sexism, homophobia. This explains. The guy just pointed this out. The land was taken from us by the same people who run in power right now. And they're afraid somebody gonna take them out of power and do something to them. But they the ones came up with this racist ideology. They should have never started. If they just admit and say, hey, we couldn't do it, our black brothers and sisters. They don't even want to get just a way to get people to thank you. Please, people, give you a comment, give you a video response, because this explains why a lot of this shit is going on. Pass this information, please. Pass this information for everybody, because you never know. And that's all the commentaries. I'm just too upset, and I just couldn't believe it. Everything I've been believing is a lie. And that's the commentary today. It's your boy Domination. Is back at the basic chunk of the Deuces. How we do text, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace. I'm out.